Hey guys, it's Gigi. Welcome to my kitchen. Come on in, let's do a little cooking. Y'all know it's the week of Thanksgiving and the cooking has begun wide open. Today I'm going to make a spice cake and I'm going to do a pumpkin spice frosting, cream cheese frosting to go on top of it with you guys today. Now I've got my oven preheated to 350. I'm going to come back in another video once I close this one out from the cake. When we finish the cake, I'm going to come back and do another video with you of my sweet potato souffle. Okay, so I'm going to try to knock out 2 videos with you today. So, I mean, I won't post them both on the same day, but I'm going to do 2 videos. So if you see me wearing the same outfit, it's because I'm in the kitchen cooking today. Anyhow, what I'm using is the Super Moist Vanilla Cake Mix, but I'm adding all of the fall spices to it. Well, you can see I've already added some, but we've got nutmeg, and I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit more. Let me tell y'all why. You know, the cake mixes, while they are such a great kitchen tool to have handy, they're only 13.25 ounces. So I am using my cake mix replacement, and I'm adding 6 tablespoons. I'm adding the other 3 ounces that they short you these days in the cake mix so that I can get the full 15.25 ounces. Okay, so I'm adding 3 ounces to this. So since I'm doing that, I also want to add a little extra spice to compensate for the extra cake mix that I put in there, okay? And so I'm going to add a little bit of extra pumpkin spice since I've added that replacement. And then I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon. Those fall flavors, they smell so good. Now, I've already seasoned the cake mix, but I'm adding just a little extra for the extra, smells so good, for the extra replacement that I put in the bowl, okay? Okay, and so to this, just want to make sure I get all those spices incorporated. Okay. To this, I want to add 1 cup of milk. I know the box recipe always says water, but y'all know how I roll. I like to use milk. I'm also doing 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. Now, if you don't care to use vegetable oil, you can use whatever oil you like, okay? And then I've already, into a little separate container, put me 4 room temperature eggs going in. And if y'all want the recipe for the cake mix replacement, you can find that on Farm Cooking with Nan up under cake mix replacement. She shows you a video exactly how to make that to where your cakes will come out, you know, full size cakes. Okay, let's twing the noise mixer on. Starting off slow. Are you guys ready for the holidays? I mean, I've still got a lot of cooking to do, but I'm getting excited. Beautiful batter and all those seasonings in there. It smells like Thanksgiving is in the air. I've got my oven preheated to 350. And like I said, I've been baking my sweet potatoes. I've been baking my sweet potatoes this morning, so when I get these to baking in the frosting made, we can hop into our sweet potato souffle. Okay, I've already got my pans greased with my pan coating. Again, can be found on Farm Cooking with Nan's page, or you can use your parchment paper, or you can use oil and flour, however you grease your pans, okay? Let me make sure I've got y'all in full view so you can see exactly what I'm doing. That probably cuts off part of my head, but let me get it. There we go. Okay, so let's pour half the batter into this one and get them as even as we can so that our layers will be even and they will bake even. This smells good, y'all. And I'm gonna make a homemade pumpkin frosting, cream cheese frosting for the top of it. Okay, those look pretty even. Just trying to get all that icing out. Don't want to leave any of that yummy goodness behind. Okay. Just getting any air bubbles out of there. Sorry about that if it hurt your ears. Okay, guys. I want to pop these in the 350-degree oven, and once I pop those in there, I'm going to get everything ready for our frosting, and I'll come back and we'll do our frosting together, okay? All right, y'all, let's go ahead and make our pumpkin spice frosting for our spice cake. They are in the oven. They have about 7.5 more minutes to go, and then I will check them. So I've got in my bowl 1 stick or 1/2 cup of unsalted butter. I have an 8-ounce block of cream cheese. To this, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of pumpkin spice. That's a heaping. Let's get rid of some of that. Okay, so we've got 1 teaspoon of pumpkin spice, and then I'm going to do 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. Just bringing out those flavors also that's in the cake. So 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon, and then I'm going to do 1/2 of a teaspoon of pure vanilla. That smells so good. I love the smell of vanilla. Okay. Let's cream this, and then we will gradually, I've got 2 cups of powdered or confectioner sugar that I will gradually incorporate into our frosting, okay? But let's get this creamed really well. And I do have my cream cheese and my butter been sitting out for quite some time at room temperature. that already smells so good. Just creaming all that together really well. Just want to make sure we get everything mixed well. Let's start putting our confectioner sugar in here, a little bit at a time. Like I said, I've got 2 cups. That is going to be yummy, yummy. Okay. Let's put in a couple of more spoonfuls. And of course, let's just spill a little bit of it, you know, because that makes it real. Push it down on the side, make sure we get all of that powdered sugar mixed in with our cream cheese and our butter. All right, let's go ahead and put the remainder of this in there. Finish giving it a mix. Let's push that down one more time. And guys, then I will put this I'll just pop this in the refrigerator, and when I take my cakes out, flip them out of the pans, let them completely cool, and then I'll come back and we will ice this together, okay? Frost it, ice it, whatever you want to call it. Oh, that's good and creamy. Just the way you want to see it. Make sure we get all that off of there. And guys, I think that's perfect. Oh my. That is yummy, yummy. Okay, we've got 10 seconds. So I'm going to take these cakes out of the oven, or check them, make sure that they're ready. And I'll be back with you guys as soon as they cool. Y'all look at that. Look at that frosting. That's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna check these. They're ready. Take them out of the oven. Got my skewer laying over there with my gloves. So I'm gonna check it, make sure it's ready, let them completely cool, and we'll be back to ice our cake, okay? Guys, I just wanted to show you, I've got it out of the oven. I stuck a skewer in it. It come out clean. It's pulled away from the edges. I'm gonna put it on my cooling rack on top of this paper towel, and let's see if we can get this to come out without sticking. Perfect. Perfect. Ooh, that's hot. Hot, hot. All right, guys, I'm gonna let it sit here and cool, and I'm gonna take the other one and flip it out on our cooling rack, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm back. The cake has completely cooled, and now we're gonna put our pumpkin spice frosting on here. Now, I won't be cutting this today and sampling this for you or with you, but you can just trust me by the smell of it. It's going to be delicious. And I did let my husband taste the frosting, and he said it was delicious. So we're not going to cut it today because we're going to wait for our company and for the holidays, okay? But let's go ahead and finish frosting it together so you can at least see what it looks like completely finished. I went ahead for the sake of time and put the center in between the two layers, the center frosting on. I'm just using my offset spatula, and I am just gonna frost the cake. And then because it is a cream cheese frosting, I will put the dome lid on it, and it will go into the refrigerator. The layers come out completely perfect out of the pans. I've let them completely cool. And this is the last thing that we have left to do. This frosting is very creamy, a very smooth cream cheese, buttery icing. And what I'm doing on the sides is I'm not giving it a full coverage. I'm doing what they would call kind of like a naked cake, where some of the layers will shine through the icing. I think that just gives it a real rustic look. Turn you down just a little bit so you can see completely what I'm doing. Guys, I think this is going to be so good. be back with y'all tomorrow. I will do a sweet potato souffle, and I'm also going to do a coconut cake with you. Or at least that's my plans, as long as time doesn't get away from me and time allows. That's my plans for this week. Let's don't waste any of that icing. Let's get it all out. I hope you guys are getting ready for Thanksgiving. I hope that you have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your families. I know a lot of work and a lot of preparation goes into this holiday, but it's just worth it to be with your family. You can rest after it's all over with. Y'all remember my mother-in-law, Carol, she was on here with me and she did the sweet potato cake for y'all. I talked to her this morning and she's baking away. She's bringing a homemade pecan pie dressing, and there's no telling what all she's bringing, but it'll be good, whatever it is. Everybody's just kind of chipping in and helping out and just looking forward to it. Okay, guys, I think that's gonna just go around the edges and smooth them. And guys, that is our pumpkin spice cake with a cream cheese buttery pumpkin spice frosting. It's going to be delicious, and I know the family's going to enjoy it. Well, thank y'all so much for once again joining me in my kitchen, hanging out with me while I did another recipe with you. I appreciate you being here, and I hope, like I said, that you have a wonderful holiday season with your family. And I love you guys. During this season, be a blessing to someone, be the hands and feet of Jesus and his mouthpiece, show his kindness and love to someone. And we'll be back together real soon for another great recipe. Bye, guys.